Christmas quite like Christmas in Connecticut, where the snow lies deep and peaceful on the ground.
Every morning Father goes to cut more firewood. Mother's cooking every time you turn around.
Sweet corn chowder, apple pumpkin soup, and Christmas goose.
Fragrant memories from your childhood abound. There's no Christmas quite like Christmas in Connecticut, as the village shows bells ring their joyous sound. I heard the bells on Christmas Day. There were familiar carols playing, and wild and sweet the words repeat of peace on earth, goodwill to men. There's no Christmas quite like Christmas in Connecticut. In 1960, nights can seem as bright as day, from the miracle of modern electricity.
Lighting up the streets for Santa on his way.
Still at home, I love the golden glow of candlelight when we read our favorite stories and we pray. There's no Christmas quite like Christmas in Connecticut, where the ocean breezes blow from the bay. I saw 3 ships come sailing in on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. I saw 3 ships come sailing in on Christmas Day in the morning. And all bells on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. And all bells on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day in the morning. Now let us all rejoice and sing on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. Now let us all rejoice and sing on Christmas Day in the morning. There's no Christmas quite like Christmas in Connecticut. You can see joy shining on each happy face. And the children in the choir as they simply sing. And the couples in the park as they embrace.
Every morning flurries flying, snow has got to stay.
Every evening giving thanks as we say grace. There's no Christmas quite like Christmas in Connecticut, and New Haven seems to be a perfect place.
There's no Christmas,
quite like Christmas in Connecticut, and New Haven seems to be the perfect
Merry Christmas, everyone, and welcome to A.C. Gilbert's showroom here at the A.C. Gilbert Company, home of the world's greatest toys. We have some delightful surprises to share with you today as we announce the newest toys for the Christmas season. Our factory workers are so happy to welcome you to the very place where the toys are made with love and care for children all over America. And speaking of children, we've invited the New Haven Children's Choir here to help us welcome a very special guest.
Up on the housetop, reindeer paws, how does good old Santa Claus? Down the chimney with lots of toys, all for the little ones' Christmas joys. Ho, 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 who wouldn't go? Ho, 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 who wouldn't go? Up on the housetop, click, click, click. Down the
Jolly old St. Nicholas, lean your ear this way. Don't you tell a single soul what I'm going to say. Christmas Eve is coming soon, now you dear old man. Whisper what you'll bring to me, tell me if you can. Oh, Santa, what a fun secret! Boys and girls, would you like to hear the secret that Santa just told me? Yes.
Well, boys and girls, there are brand new toys available this Christmas from A.C. Gilbert. These toys will thrill you and amaze you as never before, and I can't wait for you to see them. Now, one of my favorite elves is here tonight to tell you all about them. Would you like to meet him? Okay, Miss Mildred, we better tell them who it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am delighted to introduce to you the first president of the Toy Manufacturers of the United States, the designer and creator of the world's most amazing toys, Mr. Alfred C. Gilbert. Alfred!
Just call me AC for short. Welcome to Gilbert's. I'm thrilled you are here. There's so much to show you for Christmas this year. Bridges and buildings, your own Ferris wheel. First you imagine and then make it real. Welcome to Gilbert's, a maker of toys, a new world of learning for both girls and boys. You're the inventors, it's all up to you to make something useful, to make something new. So when you write Dear Santa and finalize your list, remember what I'm saying. You really must insist on more than cuddly teddy bears and dolls. You'll soon forget what you want is A.C. Gilbert's brilliant new erector set. Boys and girls, you can use your imagination to build any structure you'd like. And it even includes an actual electric motor to move the pieces. It's educational, instructive, and amusing. Learning is not boring, boys and girls. Learning is fun. Welcome to Gilbert's, designer of dreams. The value of toys is much more than it seems. Teaching our children to think and believe that they build the future and they can achieve. I am Alfred C. Gilbert, still a child at heart. Merry Christmas, everyone! I would like to begin by thanking Miss Mildred Smith for organizing our annual Christmas showroom here at the factory. I also want to express my heartfelt appreciation to all of you for being here today to learn about our newest toys for Christmas. Now, hopefully, with your help, 1916 will be the greatest year of sales in the history of the A.C. Gilbert Company. Of course, none of this would be possible without the love and support of my devoted wife, Mary, and our son, A.C. Jr. They always encourage my most outlandish ideas.
As you said, dear, you're still a child at heart.
Father, tell them the story how you invented the erector set.
Well, it was quite simple, really. When I would ride the train from New Haven to New York City, I was always fascinated by the tall steel girders they were using to bring electricity to the trains. And one day I thought, what if we made a toy with small girders and attachments you could hold in your hands? You could make them into anything you'd like. I told Mary about it, and she helped me design and cut out models of the girders out of cardboard. We had those made into steel, And the rest is history. I got into the habit of looking around at buildings and trains and machines, all the things you could build with the Gilbert Erector set. There is so much to see. The 20th century is alive with possibilities. You are only limited by your imagination. The world is changing so much and so fast all around us. You wouldn't believe how tall they're building offices in New York City these days. Some are over 20 stories high.
Can we go to New York for Christmas?
Junior, someday you will see New York. It is spectacular. Our world is changing. Awfully fast, it's almost frightening, but there are some important things that will never change. And Christmas is a time to be at home with your family and all these dear friends. There's no Christmas quite like Christmas in Connecticut with your family and the ones you call your own. Our traditions fill our hearts with love and memories that remind us we are truly not alone. Even when the world is dark and falling all apart, bright New England nights shine like the star that shone. There's no Christmas quite like Christmas in Connecticut. So let's make this one the best we've ever known.
Do you remember the first time that we danced together?
Indeed I do. It was last Christmas at the company Christmas party.
Yes, Mr. Gilbert always throws the best Christmas parties. Your sister told me that she was the one who suggested we have music and dancing, and Mr. Gilbert always pays very close attention to what Mrs. Gilbert has to say.
As he should. What if I told you that the music and dancing at the party was really my idea, solely so I could dance with you?
She told me that too.
I should have known that you and my sister were in cahoots.
Mary's always been a very good friend to me. I admire Mr. and Mrs. Gilbert so much. They seem to have a real partnership, don't you think?
I do. And even when they disagree, they never let anything come in between them.
Robert, do you realize that today is our 1-year anniversary?
Anniversary? What anniversary?
The anniversary of when you fell in love with me.
I did?
Oh, yes. I'm sure I could see it in your eyes.
No, Anna, don't be ridiculous. Was I that obvious?
You were, wasn't I?
So you're saying that you also fell in love with me?
Shouldn't everyone fall in love at Christmas?
I suppose, but it's kind of a cliche, don't you think?
Oh, I love it when you speak French. Isn't the power of a cliche that it is so often true? Everyone should fall in love at Christmas, even if you fell in love before. Let your heart remember when you first saw him, and right then you knew many things you never knew before.
Everyone should fall in love at Christmas, even if you fell in love before. Let your heart remember when you first saw her, and right then you knew suddenly what your whole life was for. And when Christmas comes, I love you even more than any dream I have imagined.
More than any wish I ever made. More than any gift I have been given. Love is blooming like a rose and will not fade.
Darling, will you marry me?
Of course. I thought you'd never ask. Everyone should fall in love at Christmas, even if you fell in love before. You will fall in love again as your heart remembers then all the reasons you fell in love before. And when Christmas comes, I love you even more.
Uncle Robert, Mother told me a secret about you.
She did?
Yes, you're going to marry Anna, and then I'll have an aunt and an uncle.
Well, I guess it's no longer a secret.
It's never been a secret. We've just been waiting for you to decide. You two are made for each other as far as I can see.
I agree. Although I was curious about the timing, given all the war talk.
Oh, let's not start that tonight. So close to Christmas. Just keep singing that song you like so much. I didn't raise my boy to be a soldier.
But Mother, what if I want to be a soldier? Soldiers are brave and strong.
Oh, yes, they are, but soldiers also need their sleep. Now, go upstairs and prepare for bed, and Mother and I will be up soon to tuck you in.
Yes, Father. Oh, Mother, I'm going to add toy soldiers to my list for Santa.
It seems as if even Junior understands what's going on in the world.
Sadly, yes. It's awful and needs to stop immediately.
My dear sister, I'm afraid that for us it may just be the beginning.
Then why propose to Anna now? It seems impossible to plan anything with these war drums getting louder every day.
For the very reason that I don't feel I should wait. I want her to know that I'm committed to her, no matter what may happen with the war.
I am confident that we will be fine. President Wilson won the election precisely because he kept us out of the war.
You mean the election that only men were allowed to vote in?
That's the one. But our profits have never been higher with all the German toys off the market. The war is good business.
Oh, AC, you know I hate it when you talk like that. There is nothing good about war.
And that's why staying out of it is so important.
But what if we have no choice? The evil atrocities we read about in the paper every day cannot continue. I mean, poison gas? I don't think these Germans will stop unless they're stopped by force.
We must pray and work for peace. God is not dead, nor doth he sleep.
This conversation is upsetting my stomach. Can we at least put it off until New Year's Day? I still support the doctrine of neutrality.
That time has passed, we have to face reality.
I trust the president, he is a diplomat.
That's fine until you're dealing with a German rat.
Robert, please.
Enough playing games.
There's no need for our names. We must learn to speak our minds and still be civil.
There is right, there is wrong, and we can't just go along. I will not abide more pacifistic drivel.
Settle down. Let's talk this through with one another and not fight like older sis and baby brother. It seems the whole wide world is in an argument. No compromise, no listening at all. When people ask me what I think, I don't say a thing, and thus avoid a brawl.
Yes, well...
I will stay in the middle, take my stand in the middle. I have good friends on both sides of the aisle.
I know.
Let the world keep on turning while the profits keep churning. I will carry on and meet life with a smile. Yes, I will carry on and meet life with a smile. What's for dessert?
Oh, you never will express a single thought you have when it comes to politics or to the war. But even in your silence, you are shouting out loud, I don't know what I'm for.
I see.
There's no peace in the middle. People question and riddle what you really believe and where you stand. Those who are double-minded are unstable and blinded to the harsh realities that are at hand.
Not me.
Yes,
You think what makes you popular is staying non-committal.
Guess who's in the middle? Me.
Today I know you think the fight is far away, but this is not a fight you can ignore. And men like you must lead the way or all will be lost if they land on our shore.
please.
If you stay in the middle, you are playing the fiddle while the whole world is burning to the ground. There is risk in the choosing, but more risk we'll be losing every liberty and freedom we have found.
Oh, surely we can find a middle ground
So that liberty and freedom will abound.
In what I deem my constitutional duty, I advise that the Congress declare the recent course of the Imperial German government to be nothing less than war against the government and people of the United States. The world must be made safe for democracy. There are many months of fiery trial and sacrifice ahead of us. We shall fight for the things which we have always carried nearest our hearts. For democracy, for to such a task, we can dedicate our lives and our fortunes, everything that we are and everything that we have, with the pride of those who know that the day has come when America is privileged to spend her blood and her might for the principles that gave her birth and happiness and the peace which she has treasured. God helping her, she can do no other.
Johnny, get your gun, get your gun, get your gun. Take it on the run, on the run, on the run. Hear them calling you and me, every son of liberty. Hurry right away, don't delay, don't today. Make your daddy glad to have had such a lad. Tell your sweetheart not to pine, to be proud her boys in line. Over there, over there. Send the word over there. That the Yanks are coming, the Yanks are coming. The drums tumbling everywhere. So prepare, say a prayer. Send the word to beware. We'll be over, we're coming over, and we won't come back till it's over there.
On June 5th, 1917, 10 million men got in line, as every American between the ages of 21 and 30 registered for the first U.S. draft since the Civil War. On July 20th, Secretary of War Baker pulled a number from a goldfish bowl and the great draft lottery was on. For more than 14 hours straight, officials drew numbers to determine the order in which the men were to be called to the colors. Across the nation, excited crowds watched bulletin boards like this one, run by a Jewish language newspaper. A soldier-to-be sees his number come up, and he goes jubilantly off, his head filled with dreams of glory. Soon the streets resounded to the departing draftees. By December 15th, more than 500,000 men were in training camps. The United States had to change its old ways of doing things. Affecting industry, government, and Americans everywhere, the conversion was miraculously swift.
I would like to thank you all for coming early this morning for this important meeting. As you know, we've taken on a great deal of war work. Many of you who were making toys are now making gas masks. You also know that many of our men have been, or will be soon, drafted into the war. And that leaves even more of the work in your capable hands.
Are you going to war, Father?
I don't believe...
No, son, he won't. At least, not at this time. The first men drafted are younger than your father, who are unmarried and have no children. Like many of the fine young men who work in our factory, we must pray for their safe return. And for peace.
I am sure the government believes I can make a more important contribution by turning even more of our factory over to the war effort. I asked Mildred to arrange this meeting for early today, as I've been called to Washington to meet with the Council for National Defense.
Well, I'm sure they want to ask you to be part of the council. You would be an outstanding addition.
Thank you. I'm not sure what a toy maker can contribute, but I will do my best.
Ladies, as you know, I have always opposed the war, along with many of you, but now that our own nation is in it, all of us, men and women, have to do all we can to end it as quickly as possible.
I need to leave for the train station. Mildred will conclude the meeting. I simply want all of you to know that I have the utmost confidence in you, and that we will endure and overcome together.
All right, ladies. You heard Mr. Gilbert. We're gonna have to work hard to pick up the slack for the men. In other words, nothing changes. Women always do what must be done. Women always do what must be done. While men talk and stand around, women's feet all hit the ground. Women always do what must be done.
Women always do what must be done. Women always do what must be done. While men argue and debate, women never hesitate. Women always do what must be done.
At 6 a.m. we're all making breakfast. By 7 we are at the factory sewing. Cooking dinner, we're not done. Work at home has just begun.
We never stop, we keep the country going.
When A.C. Gilbert starts a new project that he wants done on time and right on budget, when he hands it straight to me, all the men smile and agree, although I know inside they all begrudge it.
Women always do what must be done.
Mr. Gilbert,
I changed my mind. I've changed my mind because I need to tell you that
did you receive your draft notice?
No.
Oh, Robert!
I've enlisted.
What?
I leave in a week.
You volunteered?
Yes.
But why? Why now?
I'm going to be drafted. Almost every man will before this is over. They need 1 million men. I have to do this. I don't fully understand my feelings, but I know what I must do.
What you must do?
Yes. If we were already married, I would still be drafted. Sooner or later, I must go to war.
I know.
Anna, if we need to end our engagement just in case.
No, absolutely not. Women always do what must be done. Women always do what must be done. I know your heart is torn in two. I'll be brave and I'll be true. Women always do what must be done.
Anna, I am sure you are the one.
I'll be here when all of this is done. Each night as we pray and weave, every promise we will keep. Together we will do what must be done.
Thank you, Mr. Gilbert, for agreeing to meet with us on such short notice.
Of course, I'm honored by the invitation.
Before we begin, I'd like to introduce the members of the Council of National Defense. I am Newton Baker, and as Secretary of War, the President has asked me to be the chairman. This is the Secretary of Navy, Josephus Daniels, and Secretary of Commerce, William Redfield, and the Secretary of Agriculture, David F. Houston. These other gentlemen here today are advisors from leaders in industry like yourself, who help us make critical decisions on how best to manage the war here at home. These men represent the best and brightest minds in the country as we face these unprecedented times. The President has given us a mission to coordinate government, business, agriculture, labor, and transportation so that all systems can work together in an effective national defense.
Here all this time? I thought that's what the Constitution was for.
Now, Mr. Gilbert, I'm sure you don't want to be one of those people who question our knowledge and expertise. Conformity at this time is a strength. The President has had a lot to say about that.
Yes, I read the papers.
Secretary Baker, I happen to know that the A.C. Gilbert Company has been very helpful with the manufacture of ammunition and gas masks for the war. In addition to his toy business, he is certainly a patriotic American.
Thank you.
We know that you serve as the president of the Toy Manufacturers of America, and that you are considered America's leading toy maker. That carries with it a great deal of influence, and I might add, responsibility. That's what we'd like to talk with you about.
Let me get right to the point. We here on the council have been asking ourselves this question. Isn't it unpatriotic to allow something as unimportant as toys to be manufactured in the middle of a war?
Secretary Baker, we already cut back significantly to fulfill our war contracts. I hope to have a viable toy business left when this war ends.
Now, we're not asking you to stop making toys permanently. No. Our idea is to ask all Americans to buy war bonds instead of toys this Christmas.
But toy manufacturers depend on Christmas sales every year.
Yes, but toys aren't really essential now, are they?
They're essential to me and to my employees.
Well, isn't the war work enough for now? We could give you more.
It's not just that.
We are losing thousands of men every day, Mr. Gilbert.
Let me try to explain. We've studied the numbers. If parents spent the same amount of money buying bonds that they would normally spend buying toys, it would be a significant help for the war. Your leadership with the other toy manufacturers is critical.
And we can do a bang-up job of getting the word out that A.C. Gilbert is leading the way. Our Committee on Public Information is doing a wonderful job informing the public about the war. I'm sure you've seen our posters. We have engaged the most talented artists in the country. Aren't these fantastic? And we can have beautiful posters in every city in America with your picture on them. We even had a mock-up of one made for our meeting. I can see it now. Very patriotic. Our public relations campaigns are very effective.
Of course, in the end, it's up to you. We can't make you do this, but I would hate for the public to get the wrong idea about the kind of man you are, should they somehow learn that you turned this opportunity down.
The time has come for everyone to think of the greater good, with no exception, not even the great A.C. Gilbert. Don't you agree?
Is it the greater good? Are you sure about that? Secretary Baker, I love our country as much as anyone, but I don't know if I believe in the end this is a good idea.
Don't give that a second thought, Mr. Gilbert. We have it all figured out. No one needs Christmas toy.
We know better.
For the war, for our boys,
We know better.
When it comes to waging war, sacrifices are in store.
Isn't freedom what we're for?
We know better.
Why not? Just look at what we've done in the Department of Agriculture. Wheatless Tuesdays, meatless Wednesdays, cutting back on Christmas goodies. We even have neighbors turning each other in if they don't follow our grocery guidelines. The police are running them up. Eat less meat, eat less wheat.
We know better.
Cut the fat, nothing sweet.
We know better.
You will ruin Christmas time.
We need every single dime.
Cheating children, that's the crime.
We know better. We know so much better. We know what is best.
others acquiesced. Why not join the rest?
Making toys is my dream.
We know better.
Play along, join the team.
We know better.
This comes down to money. War bonds must be sold. Actions must be bold. Though it may seem cold, they will go along and do as they are told.
I'm not so sure. What about Santa Claus?
We know better.
This is just a brief pause.
I know better. If the government can cancel Christmas, where will it stop? I'm not convinced this will end after this year.
You know, he might have a point there. Just think of the ways government can control people. Well, the possibilities are endless.
We know things you'll never know. You can trust us even though when you ask we may say no. We know better. So what is your answer? Surely you agree. Everyone will see you turned out to be a true patriot defending liberty. You'll be a patriot defending
saves lives. What do you say, Alfred?
Jimmy, Billy, you're not gonna believe what happened.
What?
They want to cancel Christmas.
Who does?
The government.
Cancel Christmas?
How? They want everyone to buy war bonds instead of toys. They cannot cancel Christmas. That isn't even fair.
They cannot take our toys away. Do they not even care? And Santa Claus has worked so hard. He's almost on his way.
They cannot cancel Christmas, our favorite holiday.
They cannot cancel Christmas. They do not have the right.
My dad says they make up new rules at morning, noon, and night.
I wanted a new baseball bat to be just like Beirut.
They cannot cancel Christmas. We have to speak the truth. Oh, please don't ruin Christmas Day. It's only once a year. We cannot let the government intrude and interfere.
They cannot cancel Christmas.
It's time they all rise up
and realize their big mistake before we all rise up.
If Woodrow Wilson has a brain, then surely he will see.
They cannot cancel Christmas.
On this we all agree.
Oh, say, can you see? We agree. They cannot cancel Christmas.
It seems the meeting in Washington created a bit of a stir. The people I've seen in town have expressed a great deal of confidence in you, whatever you decide.
They have. The Defense Council failed to mention that the meeting would be covered in all the papers.
President Wilson's Committee on Public Information is very good about using the press to sway the public.
I think the main intention is to sway me.
Of course, dear. I know you will do the right thing.
And what is the right thing?
Whatever your mind and your heart tell you to do.
That's the problem. They disagree.
Then follow your heart.
You know, I can't win no matter what I choose. If I go along, I'm canceling Christmas. If I don't, I'm unpatriotic and un-American.
People will say what they want to say. You must do what you feel is right. You're in my prayers each night. God is not dead, nor doth he sleep.
So you've told me before. If God does tell you what I should do, will you let me know?
I will ask him to tell you. It works better that way.
Father, can I show you what I made with the new rector set you gave me?
Of course you can. Mother was just finishing up my Sunday school lesson.
Touché, Mr. Gilbert. I will leave you boys with your toys. Father can tuck you in soon. Sweet dreams.
So what have you built here, son?
This is the new Jenny Moore airplane for the Army. Look, I even made the propellers turn.
You made this today? By yourself?
Jimmy and Billy showed me the pictures in the paper, but I figured it out mostly myself.
This is fantastic.
Thanks. I just kept moving the pieces around until it looked right.
Yes, that's the design. So you like building things?
Yes. Someday I'd like to build big buildings, or maybe even design planes or warships. Do you think I could?
I know you could.
Mother said so too. She said that you not only build toys, but you build a business. Could I do that too?
Yes. You can do anything you believe you can.
Even when they tell you to stop making toys?
Don't live life with limitations. You can build your dreams. Dreamers risk their reputation can build your dreams. Why you can't do that, you'll lose your shirt. Then watch it rise up out of the dirt. So put your future on high alert. You can build your dreams. When it all falls down around you, you can build your dreams. Disappointment may have found you, but you can build your dreams. Just take the rubble and broken rock. You may be holding the building block. Keep turning keys till the doors unlock. You can build your dreams. If you can dream like Thomas Edison, you will see the light. And those Wright brothers never stopped until their dreams took flight. When experts tell you it's impossible, no, this is true. The experts know impossible, but they don't know you. When they tell you maybe later, you can build your dreams. Set your sights on something greater, and you can build your dreams. When you can see it as clear as day, then never give up or walk away. I've seen it happen, that's why I say you can build your dreams. When you can see it as clear as day, then never give up or walk away. I've seen it happen, that's why I say you can build your dreams.
Mr. Gilbert, have you made your decision? I trust you are with us in this.
I have. Secretary Baker, I do not believe we should cancel Christmas.
What? Just this once for our boys. Besides, Mr. Gilbert, they're only toys after all.
No, I believe it's much more than that. If I may, I've invited my family to join me and bring some of our toys to show you what I mean.
You seriously want to show us toys? Do you want us to play with them? Is this some kind of joke to you?
Absolutely not. I am dead serious about toys.
All right, let's hear him out.
You have 10 minutes, Gilbert. That's it.
Gentlemen, these toys are not mere playthings. They are educational. They spark the imagination of future architects, engineers, and inventors. In America, toys provide boys and girls with an idea, a vision, a dream, if you will, of what they can do and what they can become when they grow up.
I believe this is a replica of the USS New York.
Indeed it is. My son built that. Junior, Mr. Daniels is the Secretary of the Navy. You must have done a very good job.
Oh, an outstanding job.
And take a look at this fighter plane. The propeller actually turns.
Let me see that.
All right, Redfield, all right. All right, Redfield, all right, that's enough. Give me that. It's my turn. I want to play with it.
You know, Mr. Gilbert, I gave my son his first erector set in 1913, the first one you ever made. And now he's been accepted to study engineering at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology.
That's precisely my point. The ingenuity of our American boys and girls is amazing. We need to encourage it.
So what is it that you want, Mr. Gilbert?
I want to make toys again. I want our children and our nation to celebrate Christmas. We need it. I want our children to receive more than Liberty Bonds this Christmas, to remind us all of better times and to help us imagine a brighter future. Christmas is a time for hope, believing and trusting in the promise of peace on earth and goodwill toward men. A promise sent to us as a child, as a gift. Gentlemen, if we ever needed Christmas, it's right now. What are we fighting for anyway? If we allow our enemies to take Christmas from us, aren't they winning? Aren't we losing?
We are not losing, Mr. Gilbert.
So you still want to cancel Christmas?
Of course not. We cannot cancel Christmas. In fact, I've changed my mind. We need a joyous Christmas day. I'm sure that we will find more war bonds will be sold to people filled with Christmas cheer.
We cannot cancel Christmas, our favorite time of year.
Oh, congratulations, Mr. Gilbert. I knew you would know exactly what to say.
Thank you, darling. I believe your prayers made a difference.
I know they did.
God is not dead, nor doth he sleep. Now, let's go home and make some toys.
You were right, they were wrong. You knew better.
We believed all along you knew better.
You knew better, you knew best. You were wiser than the rest.
Even Baker was impressed.
You knew better.
Who would guess they love toys?
You knew better.
They were like little boys.
You knew better.
We are all so proud of you.
I did what I had to do.
AC Gilbert really knew so much better.
Making toys for Christmas, this is what we do. Now it's up to you. So let's see this through. And on Christmas Day, we'll make our dreams come true.
Because of the words of the man who made these toys, and because of the man who loves them, the children of the United States will awake this Christmas upon a day as merry as Christmas is past. So says the Boston Globe this morning of our very own AC Gilbert.
Thank you, but I'm telling you, it was the toys that won the day.
You invented the toys.
And all these beautiful people made them.
Mr. Gilbert, the papers are calling you the man who saved Christmas. You're becoming a national hero.
Of course he is. He stopped the government from canceling Christmas.
Well, in reality, he stopped them from canceling toys. But did you know that no one could ever really cancel Christmas?
They can't.
You cannot cancel Christmas. It simply can't be done. You cannot cancel ocean waves, the moon or rising sun. You cannot cancel wind or rain or gently falling snow. You cannot cancel Christmas, for love has made it so.
Cancel Christmas. It's so much more than toys. It's more than just a holiday of momentary joys. It's more than all the songs we sing and gifts that we receive. You cannot cancel Christmas. It's something you believe.
And I believe we're not alone, that God is with us here. He has not left us on our own in darkness, pain or fear.
You cannot cancel Christmas.
Dear Robert, I never know if or how or when these letters reach you, but I am determined to keep writing them in hopes that somehow you will know of my constant love for you and my longing for you to return safely home to me. The newspapers are saying that we are turning the tide and the war may end soon, but I'm afraid to believe them. My sorrow would only increase all the more if this is false hope. Your sister reminds me often, God is not dead, nor doth he sleep. But I'm struggling. Perhaps God is not asleep, but so often it seems he's not paying attention. I've not heard anything from you or about you in months, and to be honest, my faith is wavering. And yet, I continue to pray. What else can I do?
Good morning, Mildred. Here's the inventory of erector sets that have been completed since the first of the month. Everyone is working so hard to meet the Christmas deadlines.
Well, thank you for this. Mr. Gilbert tells me that practically every room in your house has been turned into the assembly line. I'm sure it's terribly inconvenient with all those workers there day and night.
To be honest, it's exciting. AC is so much happier seeing toys being made. He's designing all the time, late into the night. With the factory here consumed with guns and gas masks, well, making the toys at home was the only solution. It reminds me of when we first began, just the two of us making our models.
Well, you know what I always say. Women always do what must be done.
Women always do what must be done. Alfred thinks he runs the show.
Let him think it. We all know women always do what must be done.
Women always do what must be done. Women always do what must be done. We confess we know it's true. That's why, ladies, we love you. Women always do what must be done.
Oh my, why are the church bells ringing on a Monday morning?
Well, I don't know, but it doesn't sound like a mistake. Every church in town must be ringing them. Do you know what it is? I have no idea.
Mary, listen, you won't believe it. Listen, everyone, quiet, please. I have an important announcement. I just received this telegram. As of the 11th hour, this 11th day in the 11th month, Germany has signed an armistice. The war is over.
Peace
Let us breathe life anew. Let dreams begin in every heart, and faith and trust renew.
Let songs of joy return. Let hope take hold in every heart. And let us see and run. Let the world round heal. Let hate and anger cease. Let love prevail in every heart, and flood the earth with peace. Let the world now heal. Let the world now heal.
None of us will ever forget this day, November 11th, 1918. The war is over. Freedom and liberty have triumphed. But, my friends, this is not an ending. It is a great beginning to a much brighter future. Mildred, stop the guns and stop the gas masks. The A.C. Gilbert Company is fully back in the toy business to stay. Our boys are coming home, and we must celebrate.
Warning's over, and our boys are coming home. We will welcome all our heroes with a marching band, and hear stories of Paris, France, and home. Then we'll gather at the table, let's have a fill.
Christmas cookies, frosty eggnog filled with
There's no Christmas quite like Christmas in the land. When the U.S. Army brings our boys back home.
There's no Christmas
Quite like Christmas in the land. When the U.S. Army brings our boys back
On December 23rd, 1918, past the Statue of Liberty, sailed the first ships of the returning doughboys, fulfilling the battle cry, Heaven, Hell, or Hoboken by Christmas. Vessels of all types steamed out to greet the transports whose decks and riggings were black with waving men. They swung into the harbor that went wild in the proud, jubilant welcome.
Read it again, Anna, read it again.
I've read it 2-3 times already.
Just once more, please.
Only once more to be sure. We have to leave soon for the candlelight service.
Do we have to go? I bet the sooner I go to bed, the sooner Santa arrives.
We always attend the service. It's my absolute favorite. The most beautiful night of the year.
But, Mom.
All right, I'll read it again, but only once more. My dearest Anna, I cannot describe the relief I feel knowing the war is finally over. Our division has not received any word as to when we'll be coming home. We hear of many others leaving, but not a word about us. We have many wounded who are not well enough to make the journey home. Worse than that, I believe we're losing as many men as to what they were calling the Spanish flu as we lost in battle. It's as if we are still under attack, this time from an invisible enemy. And yet, I have hope. hope that I will make it home and be with you for Christmas. I'm sure you remember well what I always told you. Everyone should fall in love at Christmas, even if you fell in love before. Let your heart remember when you first saw him,
And right then you knew suddenly what your whole life was for.
Oh, Robert, you missed it. I wish you had been there. They tried to cancel Christmas, but we wouldn't let them because, well, no one can cancel Christmas. Can they, Father?
No, they can't, son. No, they can't.
God is not dead, he does not sleep, and